For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, get ready to rumble!
Yeah!
Hey, everybody, that was a little early. I'm sorry, but there we go. I thought maybe there was like a play.
Well, we're kind of late, so it works out. Hey, everybody, welcome.
Oh,
Countdown. That's it. Wing hugs. That's right, wing hugs. All right, so we got. So how's everybody doing tonight? Tonight is our Rumble review. We are going to be reviewing the Titanic. Well, not. Hang on. This is the James Cameron Rumble review.
That's right.
We're
reviewing
checking
James
out
Cameron.
he's the guy that did the Terminator.
That's right. We're doing 3 of his movies. The
Tabitha.
Titanic. Are you punching her, or is that supposed to be like a fist bump? I think you're supposed to fist bump.
Because in the last show, we were kind of like bickering a little bit.
Always.
So, anyways, so we got the Titanic, then we got True Lies, and then we're gonna do Avatar last. All right.
Not Airbender.
Right, not the Airbender. Gotta clarify for sure.
Yes, that was just a bad movie.
The blue,
Yeah.
the big blue people
Yes.
that are like indigenous.
I'd like to just point out JT right now because it's so funny and relevant. He said it's Whitey. Does that mean the show is over? we're changing things.
Yeah,
up
it's actually 11:30 right now.
That's right.
in some
Time
parts
for
of the
bed.
world.
That's it. All right, so we got Sketchy Guy on. We got Ado from FabWorks. Hello.
What?
We got Mrs. R2. We got Josh Qualls. We got Dragon Buddy. Hey, Dragon. We got obviously Phil TMNT and R2 the Icky. And so far, JT, master of the TDS. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. We got the Banshee. What's up, JJ?
Banshee.
The Banshee. How about the Bantha? Never like a Bantha. Anyways, and then so now we say, don't forget, everybody, go get some gifts. Giftedizing, where all the real money of this podcast is made. Get yourself a mug, a neck gaiter, which is also a do-rag, a t-shirt down that way.
This is a COVID mask.
That's right. Or get some stickers. We got some stickers. Matthew, you got a mug, right?
Yeah.
Show it off your mug. We got mugs we can drink out of, more stickers and stuff. We got hoodies. We got we got a bunch of stuff. So go check out Go check out
Like he
our
said.
Go to InsideTheBoothTV.com and check out our merch store.
/shop. Yeah, that's right. /shop.
Get some
And
cool
all the
merch.
stores are right in that page. We also got Tabitha's Etsy store in that page, which is also cool merch or gifts or whatever you want to call them.
I sell
All right.
merchandise in my store. Inside the Booth only sells gifts. I try to separate myself a little bit.
Yeah, well, the Inside the Booth flamethrower, which the kids love, is not for sale yet. We're working on that one.
Yet.
Yeah, yet.
I gotta talk to you after the show, Dan.
All right, let's do it.
You just reminded me of something.
We're gonna create a flamethrower, and everybody's gonna love it.
He's got the evil laugh.
Inside the booth, the meat slicer.
Right?
And then we got the meat slicer behind Matthew.
It's a lamb.
Yeah, I thought that was a meat slicer.
And not a
soon.
moose. Welcome.
Half a pound, right? You want to slice thin?
Yeah, thin? No, how about thick? 1 pound or half a pound?
As everybody wonders what Matthew does in his spare time, now we've started a rumor. So,
how do you like that meat cut?
He's actually in the freezer right now, sitting. That's where he keeps the meat.
Phil, that is correct for the flamethrower. It'll shoot out, and I'll be yelling, "I am the law." Yeah,
That's only the
right,
special
right.
edition. That might be the 10-year anniversary flamethrower.
Yeah, exactly.
Comes with a voice pack.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got some, also some nice words to Tabitha. Nice turtle.
Turtle? Oh,
Remember your painting?
I was like, what is he
She
talking
did her
about?
own live stream on Saturday, and that
I
was a
did.
great
Teaching
job. It was
Phil
like,
how to paint.
I mean, it was
I gotta
pretty
watch
long,
that,
but but it was
Well,
fun to watch.
Phil took his time. I bless his. No, I'm just kidding. It was fun. It was kind of hard to keep it short because we were just enjoying talking to each
No,
other,
of
and the
course.
chat was real fun. It was
Of
good.
course.
though.
That's what it's
like-
all about then, right?
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Already have my next YouTuber lined up for the month of
Oh,
March.
sweet.
So
When are you
subscribe
going
to
to,
Dreaming and Tabitha.
When are you gonna have me on, or Matthew, or
Or
Dave? Whitey needs to learn to paint. He said he wants to learn to
As
paint.
long as I don't have to sand, I'll paint anything.
Okay. Hey, sure. I'm down for that. Absolutely. You guys can. But, we'll be in talks. Anyway, we're rumbling tonight.
That's
Yeah.
it. Rumble.
Yeah, let's get to it over here.
Let's do it.
By the way,
By the way, Dan.
Stay on target. Almost there. Stay on target.
that's
This
awesome.
happens a lot in this show.
That's
a good one.
doesn't it?
Focus.
My fault.
We'll be using that a lot here on Inside Food. To an abysmal point.
All right.
Need a
So,
reset.
let's start with hold on, let me get my phone out. David sent a little thing. Let's start with Titanic tonight. And we're doing 3 minutes, he said. I don't remember.
Mhm. And I think we
Yeah,
should start
3
with
minutes.
Whitey down here. I mean, guests
We
should
should.
go first.
Guests
maybe. Kind of start.
First, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
My brother said
Good,
let's
I
do
hope so.
a thumbs up or thumbs down or 2 thumbs up or sideways. I don't know what he meant by that, but I don't know. Let's just give our opinion on the movie in a whole.
I got the timer if you want me to do the timer.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Are you ready, Dave?
Yeah,
And
what's the question?
we're all right.
How do you
We're
feel
doing-
about Titanic?
How do you
What
feel?
slice of meat do you
yeah,
want?
How do you feel?
I want some bacon
you
ham
watch-
sliced
Force
dick.
Did you watch the Titanic? What did you think about it? How did you feel about it? Stuff like that. You ready?
And also
Got 3
remember, it's
minutes.
about
We'll go
James
for it.
Cameron mainly.
Yes.
And how
the
he did
movie and how he
Titanic.
filmed the movie.
Oh, I'm not
And I'm
that
starting
deep.
the time now.
Just get
All
deeper.
right. I
Ready?
really like
Go.
the story about everything, actually. My mom came over on the boat to America, so I kind of took it as the same thing.
I thought he was going to say
how
his
they-
mom was on the Titanic.
I thought that too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You
Like,
know
I'm so
what?
sorry.
And I thought,
Some people did live,
That's true.
that's true.
But yeah, I thought it was cool, and I like how they kind of started with him like as a boy, but then he seemed like older towards the end. So that was a thing that always stuck in my head. I like the kind of love story between the two. It was all fun stuff like kids do
Like
when they're
yeah,
dating,
teenager
whatever.
love. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Young love.
yeah,
Aw,
I
how
just
cute.
loved watching everything that happened with the boat and just how they lived while they were on the boat.
was
Then as far as the end part was pretty crazy. And I really thought that it was nuts when they locked them downstairs and everything like that.
Mm.
Why wouldn't they have enough boats for everybody?
all the people on board. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was for looks, I think.
Lesson learned, right?
And they.
Well, I
and
think
they
that whole
said-
thing was hurried up. Like the whole
Yep.
Titanic. They were trying to get it going so they could make money and blow everybody away.
Mhm.
But
The furniture has been removed, everybody. The furniture has been removed.
yeah,
Tabitha doesn't understand that one yet. Still,
I
She didn't see
don't.
Soylent Green.
Yeah.
She did not see Soylent Green.
You gotta tell him
Silent breed is people!
So dramatic.
You better hit that other one again. Stay on target again, because already we're going off.
Hit that.
I thought I was giving my 3-minute review here, Dan.
All right,
You got 55 seconds.
55 seconds. Go.
I think I got to talk 10 seconds. Come on. How thick
We'll
you
give
want
you
it?
1 more minute. 1 more minute there.
I want the score set, please.
I'm done.
You're done.
You're done.
It's a chick
Nice.
flick. It was good, though. I liked it.
It ends with that. It's a chick. Nice.
Yes,
That's
the
it.
Titanic movie really went off the deep end. Good puns. Good puns. I love it.
I need to add one thing since I was robbed of time.
Yeah, go ahead. Add one
Like,
more.
he couldn't find something else to float on next to her? Come on.
all of the debris, and that was the only one
Stupid.
around. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he was following that script to the T, so you got to give him credit for that.
yeah, that's it.
True.
Good job. Good job acting, buddy.
Yeah. I know people talk about the fact that there was room for two. I mean, there clearly was room for two on that piece of wood. And a lot of people's
There was.
argument has to do with buoyancy. And it's like, okay, yeah, but that's where you then work together to find it's physics. Which position will help you float? Was that not worth the effort to try?
No,
Yeah,
was
they
he
didn't
just-
even try.
They didn't even
That was
try.
dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah.
To be like, hang on,
Right.
let me scoot over. I mean, like, just
But
Yeah,
then
but
what
then-
would he cry about at the end?
The plot, yeah, exactly. Then the plot would have been just messed up. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew, your turn.
All right, I'll start now. So we all know that
Poop
the
face,
story
what's up?
resolves around the sinking of the ship.
Don't talk
the
to
love
Matthew that
story
way.
between the aristocrat Beauty, which is
Matthew James.
Rose, played by Kate Winslet, and the artist. I would probably put him also homeless, perhaps. Boy Jack, played by Leo DiCaprio. I took it as like a Romeo versus Juliet love story of the two different people in two different worlds in society.
Yeah, almost. That's
It
close.
portrays this high intellectual society and the low level society very well. The high rollers looking down upon the commoners. We see world differences through the eyes of Rose when she sees how suffocating the high society can be. And literally when she puts on her corset in one scene, and then the freedom she experiences with the character Jack by dancing the dancing scene on the lower levels with the low class. She sees that she is more free and happier kind of on the lower decks than into the higher realms. So the two characters learn from each other, but I think Rose learns probably more from Jack. Jack learns from her. Jack knows the world is cruel and will eat you alive and spit you out if you're part of the lower echelon of society. Whereas she lives in a more kind of fantasy world where she gets everything she wants, but
Like,
knows
if you push her
there
off,
must
yeah.
be a more to life than how she lives. So I
Right.
learned that this James Cameron movie at the time, James Cameron was really big into shipwrecks. So this led him to do this movie. So
Interesting.
I call it a star-crossed lover's tale residing on the unsinkable ship of the Titanic film.
Right.
So
That was deep. Is this the stuff you think about when you're in your meat locker?
yes. Yes. When I'm reviewing films, yes.
when he watches films, he just slicing
Oh, yeah, I gotta write that down.
bologna. It's an outlet. It's a form of stress relief.
That's right.
That's it. That's
Fun tidbit. I remember I was in middle school when this movie came out. So like when we got the VHSs, all the guys like knew where to like pause the film when he was drawing her. That was like the
naughty
huge
part,
thing.
huh?
That was the
That's-
huge thing in middle school as a
That's
Mhm.
so
Young lad.
immature.
Wow, I'm gonna have to get that and rewind that. I forgot that part.
I remember that
Oh, I
being a really
forgot.
big deal. And I mean, I think in
Mhm.
some ways
No, I
it
don't
should be a
think it
big deal. I mean, obviously, the more you push, the more they expose. And now we've come to the place in cinema where anything
Anything
goes. I mean, things that were
Mhm.
rated R back in the day are now PG-13. So it's, all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. But yeah, when I watched the movie, I skipped over that scene because
Yeah.
even
Spoilers,
though
Phil.
Mhm.
right,
The boat sinks.
yeah.
That's right, Josh.
Wait,
That's
what?
what happens to Titanic. What? Wait a minute.
Why he's like, I
Dang
fell
it.
asleep at the wrong time.
Yeah. No, I just kept rewatching that part with her. I never made it to the end.
Never made
Is that why you became an artist?
20 years later, I'm still watching it.
You never got to the end.
You got that Blu-ray now.
High definition. All right, let's keep this PG, everybody.
We didn't say nothing yet.
I know,
Yeah.
but
But it
Yeah.
could lead to something.
Mhm.
All right, Tabitha.
Mine,
name
okay.
And go.
It's
Ready to
I
go.
decided
Not
I
even paying
decided
attention to how
to
long.
not rewatch this film and just go off of my experience
Old
from when
memory?
I did. Yes, my old
script
memory
through it.
to recollect what went on. And I remember when I watched it, I did enjoy it because I like history and I thought it was interesting how much detail went into everything, right down to the dishes. And I
Mhm.
think that says a lot about James Cameron. And it's interesting if you do some research on him. He never really went to school for the career that
Uncle
he's in right
Mike is
now.
in the
And
house.
so,
What's up, Uncle Mike?
so I find that to be incredibly impressive as you watch the progression of his films. And this one, I mean, I remember it was a big deal back in the day, even before people found out about the no-no scene. And just pretty amazing music and the transitions between the old and the new and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was
Yeah,
a
that was
really
good.
good story because it wasn't just about the boat, the ship, but about the people on board. And I tell you what, it is such a travesty at the end when you do see. I mean, what's going to happen, right? And unless you've
Yeah.
just been living under a rock and you just don't know anything, we all know when
didn't
we're going
take the
into
history
this
class.
movie that the ending is going to be bad, but you do get a little bit lost in the plot before it inevitably ends. And to answer Phil's question, not exactly, sort of, kinda, but there's like a no-no scene, and then there's the accepted no-no scene. You know what I mean? Like what they're doing, but you don't see things.
That's right. That's right.
But
The window.
yeah,
Hand on the window.
I can't say it's like my favorite. It's weird because this is actually listed on the internet as an epic action romance. And I'm like, an action romance just because people were screaming
they're-
at the end of it and dying? I would not make that an action
running
film.
away from water, running to water, running away from water. That's awesome action right there.
Yeah, so I find that to be a misnomer. Like that's
The water didn't get put on trial. What's up with
Yeah.
that?
Kaylee D.
So-
What's
Hey
up?
Kaylee. So I mean, like, I think it's a good and interesting movie. It depends on what your scruples are. Like I had said before, I skipped over the scene that shall not be named, But
Because he was drawing her.
she was drawing her and she was naked. Yeah. Draw me like one of your French girls. Why they gotta be French?
That's
Why
his
she gotta-
muse.
That was it, right?
That's his muse.
Yeah, that was,
Was that it?
It wasn't really that.
They never did have sex, did they?
They did in the carriage.
in the car.
Oh,
in
but
the
you don't
car.
see
Remember the
anything.
car?
See the hands?
you
Except
don't
for
see anything.
the windows
Yeah,
fog
I
up
don't
and-
remember that part.
Yeah, the windows fogged up. Her hands hit the window, and it goes.
And all I can think about were streaks. Now somebody's got to clean that. But anyway, no, this is not
Time's
to
up.
Especially
end.
when they find a footprint up
Time's
there.
up.
Time's
You know
up.
what I mean?
Yeah, time's up. So
Why
is there a
overall,
footprint
like
on
it's a pretty well-made movie, but it's not something that I return to all the time. I would say though, for James Cameron work, as far as overall, like it was a pretty phenomenally made movie.
All right. Press play. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, ow.
Welcome. Ado says the movie drags with thumbs down.
Yeah, I mean,
We
if
got
you
three
guys
thumbs up.
remember the days of VHS, this was a 2-video movie. So that
That's right, it
tells
was.
you
That's right.
you're
It
in
was a
for the
2-hour
long.
some odd movie.
Yeah.
2 hour and something.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
Yeah.
It's been a really long
Yep.
time, so I can't remember if this movie could have been shortened, if that would have helped it at all. I don't remember that, but I do remember it being one of those, bundle packs, if you will, when it came out on VHS.
Right. I like what TJ says here.
Yeah, I didn't
It was an
remember that,
action
that it was
movie
two.
because of the final fight scene on the floating board.
Wow, the
And what
weakest
about
fight
that
scene
boat
ever.
sideways
For you.
hanging there?
All right, so I guess I'll go. Ready? Go. James Cameron did a decent job in this movie. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite movie. Some of the acting was not there. There's some scenes where it looks like maybe they only did a one shot and said, okay, let's keep moving on, and didn't fix the acting parts. And so that kind of disturbed me, because it's James Cameron. It's supposed to be like this really expensive movie, and you got Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's supposed to be like, back then he was the youngest, prettiest, best
The
actor back
dreamboat.
then. Yeah, he was
Oh,
the
yeah.
dreamy guy,
Oh,
and he's the
Leo.
awesome
Yeah.
actor. But there's parts where he just doesn't hit the high points of acting. It's just kind of, there's some parts he does great, and then there's some parts he's just like
Yeah.
flat.
How old
And
was he
then,
during this time, though?
He looks like he was 15, to be honest. But I don't know.
Well,
He
yeah.
must have been 18, maybe. I have no idea how old he was. If anybody knows that, look it up for us. Let us know.
His best film was What's Eating Gilbert Grapes.
So I mean, especially the part where it's like supposed to be present day, like 1990
21.
something. He was 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still pretty young.
Okay.
But he must have that young face, where he didn't really his face didn't age until he hit like 26 or something.
He still looks like that.
He almost, he
I
almost
mean, he's.
says, Dan Menor, handsome.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Dan.
But there's that one that when it's like the present day stuff and it's the old lady talking and it's like the guy on the boat who's looking for the stuff. He was a horrible actor. I don't know who he was, but he didn't do a good job at all. It was more like a B movie acting in when he was talking and stuff and doing stuff. Never care for Leo. Never cared for Leo.
I never got on that either.
Yeah, I never got on that Leo train either. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's such a great
He's
guy.
such a pretty man.
I did like him in a movie that has nothing to do with this Rumble, but I won't go there. I won't go there. No, not the island.
I like him in Catch Me If You Can. That's a great film.
Django is the movie that I like that movie. It's like a western, but lots of blood, and there's
that's a good one.
There's some swearing. Yeah. Tabitha probably wouldn't like it because there's a lot of swearing in it. But other than the swearing, it's a good movie.
And that's it.
And that's my time. So by show of thumbs up, not or down, what did you guys think of Titanic? Ready? And we'll do it like rock, paper, scissors. So we do it all.
Wait, we do a thumbs up, thumbs down, and in between?
Yeah, in between.
Okay.
Where it's like,
I'm going to leave you in suspense. What will I choose?
Woo. All right, you ready? Go. Three thumbs sideways, one thumb up. Dan, you lose. We win.
I lose.
That's pretty good.
Whitey, you shared your opinion and you lost.
He leaves. He leaves.
Don't leave.
Fine.
Another movie.
You didn't tell me I could lose.
You didn't know that?
Really
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll tell you next time.
Now
I'll send you a sandwich.
I didn't even know what movies we were doing tonight.
Well,
Told me an hour ago.
Well, I might have to
My
agree
brother
with
didn't
Ada
tell you.
here.
I thought he had that all set.
I
his
did
best
like
film.
Leonardo DiCaprio in The Man in the Iron Mask. I did think that was a
Yeah.
good movie. I think he did a good job there,
Catch
especially
Me If
because
You
he
Can
was
was really good too.
duplicit characters.
But we're doing James.
I need to watch
We're
that
doing
one.
James
Yeah.
Cameron movies.
True.
Not Leonardo DiCaprio movies. James
True.
Cameron.
You tell him, Dan. You
Stay on
That's
target.
right.
Almost there. Stay on target.
That's so good.
I love that.
Stay on target, everybody.
working on it.
Oh man.
All right.
All right, what's the next one?
The next one is
Lies.
True Lies.
Impossible.
If you
And
can
go.
remember, go.
Do it. Do some more.
Ding,
Your turn,
ding.
Whitey.
Slowly.
Your turn, Whitey. Go.
Round
I'm talking
three,
about the
Whitey.
movie right now.
Go.
Do it. Do some more. Do it slowly. That's as
Oh,
far as I got.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, I do remember that scene.
He also says
Wow.
sorry a lot in the film. Oh, sorry. While he's like plowing through something.
Yeah, sorry. He's my hero. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. All movies. He's just
so
like
good.
the big bad man, and I don't know. I like pretty much every movie he was in.
Jingle all the way.
And as far as Jane, yeah. As far as Jane, wow, she's something else. But in that part, I thought that was pretty good when she like fell over and everything.
That being kind of geeky and nerdy at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good plot. Just the way they took it, like she didn't know that he was a spy or whatever, and how they kind of brought it together at the end. I thought that was pretty neat. Did they end up both being spies then? I forget at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But a lot of action, lots of fun, a lot of Arnie, and I loved it.
That's right. A lot of Arnie.
Yeah.
I can't do his voice. I wish I could.
It's not a tumor.
Nice. That was pretty good, Whitey.
Get
Get in the chopper. I can't do it.
No. Yeah, you have to really open your mouth.
Do
and
it
try to make
now.
clear. Yeah.
There you go. Do it now.
Do it now.
All right.
Got a
Was
minute
that
left.
it? You got a minute?
That's it.
You can use it your last minute, however you see,
whatever you
Whitey.
want.
You could talk about anything within that minute.
I'm ready for the next movie to talk about.
Oh,
He's just gonna skip.
Can start talking about Avatar already? Cool.
We know someone's favorite.
How pretty does Dan think Arnie is? He's.
I got a question.
he's
Why
not
does
a pretty
Uncle
man.
Mike say Emmy Kyrian every time? He like spams it in chat. Why does he do that?
Because
code word for have a
okay.
great show, everybody.
yes.
Okay.
No, Uncle Mike is a little slow. He can't spell. He can't read good. So that's how he.
I think it sounds like a
Good at
really cool
that.
name. Like I think it sounds
Yeah.
like a sci-fi name, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Mike Arena, but he doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look
Now
at that.
we know.
Mysteries
3 minutes.
unlocked. Nice.
Yeah, we could
That
we
gets
could
a
talk
2
more about
thumbs
that
up
later.
right there.
Not on a yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Uncle Mike's a fun guy. He's cool. He's always smiling too.
Oh,
James Cameron has
Yeah.
spectacular with Alien. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That was a good movie too. Yes, but we didn't
I
put
liked
it in
all
our.
of those.
Yeah.
That whole series.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, yeah, when you direct movies, you get better as you go along, right? So
Yeah.
well, and again, I think that says
Well,
something
M. Night
that he
Shyamalan.
didn't. He didn't actually, go to school for all this stuff. So he just had,
right,
gift.
he had the visions. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yes.
true.
Sad.
That's true. All right, Matthew James, your
How you like my
turn.
new name?
I like your new name.
Yes. Sorry, here's
Hey,
my
Lulu.
rundown. So the main
Lulu.
character, Harry, I actually watched this whole thing today, but Arnold
Did ya?
Schwarzenegger lives a double life, as a spy and a regular everyday family man. His life living as a spy involves lying, infiltrating, killing people, which is then mixed with him finding out his wife could be cheating on him, and he sees and knows his wife is lying to him. He uses his organization's spy technology to spy on his wife then. So when it hits closer to home, he starts caring more, even though he has lied to her about him being a spy for 17 years. So a very hypocritical character, but molds it into a very nicely multi-layered character. But as the audience, we know he did that to protect them, seeing that he works for a secret agency. One feels okay with this while watching the film. So Act 1 tells you of his job. Act 2 tells you of his family life, and Act 3 joins the other two together, and which brings in the whole terrorist plots and whatnot was going on there. And this was early '90s, so that was a lot of that going on in the '90s, like the attack in the Trade Center back in the early '90s. So the terrorists catch up to Harry and figure out his wife had no idea he was a spy, but then his family life becomes better at the end when everyone knows the truth. So the truth will set you free. What I found out about this film was the inspiration for this film came from the French film La Totale, The Total. True Lies was the first Lightstorm Entertainment project to be distributed under Cameron's multi-million-dollar production deal with 20th Century Fox, as well as the first major production for the visual effects company Digital Domain, which was co-founded by Cameron. It was also the first film to cost $100 million. Oh my goodness. So
Awesome.
everything with James Cameron, he always tries to better himself with each film, which is kind of fascinating. And he keeps your attention too, even if it's not like a really good film. But he knows his audience. James Cameron definitely knows his audience. And I don't think he's bought and paid for the higher elites in Hollywood, actually, by no means. I think he's originally from Canada, too, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. He did. He also did Rambo 2.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh, wow.
He's in a lot of films. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he goes for a film, he just wants to get the best out of it.
It's like heart and soul. Yeah. Even if it's kind of,
Cool.
And
We got so Josh Gill says he forgot about the sleazy used car salesman. Yes. That was funny. Those scenes were funny.
The daydream when he's just looking at him in the car driving and he just bam. And then the next scene, so anyway, I was like, what just happened? That was funny.
The milkman cometh, Dan. The Gilkman is here.
Hey, the milkman, the milking
Gilkman
cometh. What's up?
Pedersen.
How do you say this word? Petinato.
Pettinato?
Petty.
Need
Pettinato Petty.
All right, Pentanato Petty. Hey, y'all.
Nah.
Just assuming your ethnicity here, but
Right, I know, right? Because it ends with a vowel.
right.
Anyways.
Discrimination.
Anyways, you think who's James Cameron's fetish actor? I think it would be either Arnold or Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
She's in a few of them.
Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see more with Jackie Chan.
Gilkman, we just talked about the Titanic. You missed it. Sorry. Gonna have to rewatch.
Oh, and just to let
that ship sank. Ooh.
Hey, that's fun.
well, and just to let any newcomers know, and even some of the old comers, is the fact that every Rumble review that we do from here on out will be taken down eventually and spliced up, and the full episode will be on our Patreon page for patrons only. So if you are late to the show, tell your friends that they can still watch it, but they have to be a member on Patreon, where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. But I just thought I would let you know in case you wanted to know what our thoughts were on the Titanic, Gilkman, just because it will disappear eventually and then be put on Patreon.
You better rewatch it right when you're done.
Don't say that you like it or you'll lose, Gilkman. I lost because I gave him a thumbs up.
Whitey, spoilers. No,
sorry. I mean,
Anonymous says, P.S. Just got a message from Robbie, long time 4.5 light years, says, don't understand. Reply back.
Robbie, long time.
Tell him we said hi.
Vietnamese.
Oh, boy.
Oh, sorry, wrong movie.
Anyways, that's fun. All right, Tabitha.
All right. We stretch here.
True Lies.
Ugh,
True
okay.
Lies.
Do it.
I wanna
Do
know
it.
if you
Do
think
some
that's
more.
True Lies.
Right. So this movie,
Oh, ding, ding.
I had what?
I said, go, ding, ding.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this movie, I think it's great fun. Like, it's funny. I was talking to my parents the other day, and I was telling them what movies we were going to be reviewing, and I mentioned True Lies, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good movie." They're like, "There's some things in there, but I like that movie." And my dad was saying that it's a really good movie, even though none of it makes sense. Like, it's not realistic in any kind of way. And I was like,
It's a fun
that's what's
movie.
great. That was really great about like 90s and 80s movies too. Like, a lot of the plots didn't really have any basis of realism, really
Right.
necessarily. Like, it just kind of expounded on real life things in a really extreme and bizarre kind of way. And I think that's what makes the movie so great. So this movie, I mean, yeah, it is quite extreme and exaggerated in so many ways, but in a fun way, and this is definitely like an action comedy, film for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Arnold Schwarzenegger does a great job, and Jamie Lee Curtis, wow. I mean, she was very impressive in this movie of having
Wow.
almost like two different personalities. And I was not aware that that scene was going to be so intense where she needed to be what she was. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it out there because I have personal preferences of certain things. So just if anybody's interested in watching this movie, and depending on what your scruples are, just let you know there is an exotic dance scene where we get to see a lot of her.
No scene.
And if you want to see more, see Trading Places.
There you go.
So there you go. But overall, I mean, phenomenal actors just playing really great parts in this film. And it's so funny because like random stuff will happen. Like I really love the scene where the terrorist group is filming their notification, their video about what they're going to do. And if you don't meet our demands, and all of a sudden the camera guy, you can see he is like sweating buckets. And you can see through the camera, it says battery below. It's
not
like
a good
dying.
cameraman.
The camera is dying, and the guy out front is like, and this is what we're gonna do. And if you don't meet our demands, we're gonna strike here. And like the camera just dies.
No.
And they keep going, right? Yeah.
And the guy keeps going until he lowers the camera and he's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "The battery's dead."
Yeah.
Do we have another one? He's like, it's in the van. I'll go get it. It's just kind of this random kind of sense of humor in there. And so yes, Charlton Heston was also in True Lies, had a patch and everything. I was really surprised. So this movie was good fun. Again, it depends on what your scruples are, what you wish to be exposed to. There are a couple
I
few
forgot
minutes.
about that.
It has like one or two F words in it and strew of other things in there. So it just kind of depends on what your preferences are. I have to say, as far as James Cameron films go, just well made, like the camera angles, there were a lot of different shots, the way that they filmed this, not everything was necessarily stable. Not everything was at, if you will, an appropriate angle, but they were more dynamic and out of the box. And I have to say, as ridiculous as the jet scene was at the end, I thought it was well done, especially for the time frame that it was made. I thought
the bouncing gun scene was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom.
I know, and it's like it shoots the bullets in her direction, but somehow she doesn't get shot, right? Like,
Right, exactly.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of that stuff doesn't make sense and would never happen. But how great was it in this kind of movie? So,
yeah.
Like I said, my own personal scruples, I would want to watch this movie filtered. But overall, I think James Cameron did a pretty good job with this film. Like you could see his fingers in it, I think you can see his fingerprints.
Yeah, of course. You can
sure.
see, yeah, definitely. You can see his style of filming. And that's
Good
and
stuff.
that's what's cool about James Cameron, his way of filming things.
Yeah.
Is so out of the box and so interesting, really.
Yeah.
I'm the king of the world.
Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, some things are better than others.
I also will say that I never would have paired Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis together. Like that just seems like a really random couple, but they did
odd couple, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they did really well together. And I think also naming Arnold Schwarzenegger's character Harry was really funny. No disrespect to anybody in the chat whose name might be Harry, but Harry's kind of a funny name anyway. But then you've got like this,
Dirty Harry.
action dude, and and when she's in the car and the helicopter's coming and like the bridge is out, hurry, Harry, and she just.
I really love how like geeky she was too. Like
Oh
she
my
acted
goodness,
really
that
geeky.
brings up
I thought that was so awesome. And then she like,
and then the daughter was in the
Transition.
film for like 15 minutes. That's it.
yeah.
The daughter was hardly
That
ever
was
there.
Does anyone remember their first grade teacher?
They're what?
Their
Yes, my
first
mom.
grade teacher.
I was homeschooled.
Okay.
Yeah, Mrs. McGee.
Yeah.
All right. So my first grade's teacher, her name was Mrs. Dick, D-I-C-K. I don't know why, but it was.
Because that's her last name.
And her obviously, her husband's name was Henry, but we thought she said Harry, so we would make fun of her so bad. I was a bad kid.
Keep this PG. Keep this
She
PG.
didn't have
Dan.
a cider company.
Keep focus. Keep focus.
She didn't run a cider company, did she?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she did. I don't know, but she was old, and but so
What
I
does
was
she do?
I was punished for it.
I'm not
so,
even gonna
I'm just
say.
saying.
You'll get
I'm just-
upset.
Yeah. I was punished for it, but as kids we thought it was funny. I don't know why. We thought
Because
it
you're
was funny.
boys.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
So, anyways, True Lies.
Go.
My turn. Go. I'll be honest. I didn't get to rewatch this one. My bad. I had
you do
all
your
week
homework?
to do it.
I didn't
Yeah,
rewatch
did.
Titanic, so I can't really judge you.
Okay.
At least you guys knew which ones we were gonna talk about tonight.
How did you not tell Whitey? We knew he was going to be on this show.
Well, I
Only
don't
for
know.
like
I thought
2
my
months
brother
now.
told him. I thought my brother
2
told
months,
him.
3 months.
Like we literally had a meeting at the beginning of the month, and I believe it was brought up, wasn't it? Somewhere.
I think
Somewhere.
Dave
I
said
thought-
Dave apologized, I think,
Oh.
already.
That's
Okay,
funny.
that's
But he said, yeah, this is funny. He says, hey, just watch the trailers like I did. Hey, that's a great idea.
Well, Whitey, you're pulling it off really well, I must say.
Very good.
A lot of it is up here from what I
right
remember.
from like past.
But I'm not
watching
going
it and
into a lot of details.
stuff. Right.
Like that's why.
Well, you only
especially
have
with
3
this
minutes, so
movie,
you can't.
I only knew the do some old part that I remember.
Right.
Dan, you got 1:50 left.
I'm not even
Sorry,
talking.
Dan. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I mean,
sorry,
Payback,
so,
baby. Payback.
True Lies. What's the rest of the movie?
How's it feel,
Um,
Dan?
True Lies was a decent movie. I when you guys talked about it, I was like, when you guys talked about it, I thought about it. So yes, it was a good movie. Not one of my favorites, but I liked Terminator better. But
We are not allowed to talk about that movie tonight.
Right.
I know.
Right.
I'm
Tabitha
just saying
said.
it is another. It is another James Cameron movie, but yes, we're not talking about it. So yes, 3 seconds left. Anonymous goes 3 seconds.
Got 1:06.
Okay, minute 6. That's it. So I won't say much. I'm just gonna say it was a decent movie. Not my favorite, or else I would remember a lot more. But I did because
How
I
I
would
feel
watch
about
it more
people.
often.
Well, if you watched it, you might have thought differently.
Right, that's true.
How
that's
about
true.
when he was like sliding with the skis and then he like flipped
Yeah,
backwards and was shooting?
It was the
That
car
was great.
salesman one that I thought was the funniest. That I do remember the most was the car salesman.
When he
thing.
brings it to the cliff.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
remember the
man.
car salesman thing. Is that what his job was?
Yeah, there
No,
was
no,
a
no.
car salesman that he
So,
thought that
from-
she was cheating on him with. That was the other
So
guy.
this movie has a plot within a
Almost.
plot, right? So
And the car
Harry is
salesman was telling his wife that he was like some kind of spy or something like
but he
that.
wasn't. He was just trying to
But,
be
yeah.
able to sleep with her. So he
Right.
thinks she
Oh.
thinks he's a spy. Harry's actually the spy. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
when the
And she
car
doesn't know.
salesman is hitting on his wife and telling
3
her
minutes
that
are up.
she's a crucial part of his mission, all of a sudden Harry comes in with gangbusters with like the whole swarm of his spy squad with
Helicopter.
helicopters. They got like
His
I don't remember,
trailer
they
gets
have
taken
flares.
out.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that-
they've all
that's
got
coming back
masks
to
on.
me.
The guy's like, I
Yeah.
swear, I'm not a spy. I didn't know
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
didn't
remember
know.
now.
Yeah.
And
he sees
that's
himself.
when his wife was there, right?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
time.
but with the
And
mask.
he
Yeah,
on.
tends
whatever.
and he
Yep.
tends to urinate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
right.
pees his pants. That's right.
And he interrogates his wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Using the voice changer thing.
Yeah.
Yep. That was funny. Yep. So,
Awesome.
yeah. All right, you ready? Thumbs, everybody. Go.
Wow!
With a filter.
Yeah.
You lose, Dan. You
Oh,
lose.
I love-
You
With a
lose.
filter. Mine's with a
a
filter. Like, it's a
filter.
good movie with a filter.
Good movie with a filter.
Good movie with a filter.
That's what this means.
Yeah, watch it on TV with the commercials, right? It's a good
That's-
movie.
See, the
There you
first
go.
time I saw this movie, it was on TV, and I was much younger, and so some of that stuff was kind of cut out or snipped. And so when I watched it the other day, I'm like, oh,
Did they show the Dusimo part?
I don't remember that part
Yeah,
because
because
I
she
also
never got naked.
No,
no. But I mean, we got to see her hindquarters pretty well, given what she was wearing. So you know,
Yes. Yes, my eyes up and up.
Dave. You're so
My eyes were
funny.
like
Do
that
it,
too, but I was more
Dusimo.
like,
Do it slowly.
Oh man. You're so funny.
Doesn't he drop the? He drops the little
yeah,
recorder.
because she starts
Yeah.
really getting into this exotic dance, and he's just like,
Yeah,
wow,
he's like,
and
wow.
drops the recorder.
This magic moment.
All right.
Did
Next
anybody
movie.
see Trading Places?
Trading Places.
I never saw
Is that with? Is that with
Yes,
Eddie-
yes, yes.
She
She's
was-
like,
Topless
No.
in that one.
did I see that? Let me look. Let me
It
see
was
if I
with
see that.
Eddie Murphy and
Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Oh,
yeah.
that one was so long ago. You're right.
that
No,
was a good, funny movie.
yes, I remember.
Really
Dan
fun.
Aykroyd. I love me some Dan
Real
Aykroyd.
old.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah.
best.
That is
He's great.
cool. But Dan Aykroyd always brings in the guys that are a little bit more funnier than him, just so that he doesn't look like he's. I don't know. I don't
Really?
know why he does that. Yeah, have you noticed that? Like every movie he's in, he's always got somebody else, like John Candy or like Eddie Murphy,
Jim
or,
Belushi.
Yeah, Jim Belushi, and then like for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but it's
he
usually
had all
kind
the
of
other
like a
three guys.
Equal, yeah.
Right, maybe riffing off each
Equal
other or
thing.
something. I don't know.
Oh no, that's gonna be a meme now.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to make that T-shirt.
Cut the meat like a bantha.
Yeah. All right, sorry.
Calm down.
Good now.
Anonymous says no, but you dreamt she was. For Trading Places there
Mm.
with the topless shirt.
I would prefer if we moved on from this.
Yes,
saying.
let's do it.
Yeah, everybody got
Avatar.
quiet.
As the
All
residential
boys got really
female.
quiet for some
Avatar.
reason. Why is that?
All right, so let's go to
Resident.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Avatar. The
M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
Avatar, the
Go.
blue indigenous people that are really tall, and they got like some kind of weird antenna thingy in the back of their hair to.
Wait,
Connect.
do you get this? He's being
Other people.
disrespectful over here. Do you
It's
feel
your turn.
that?
Is this my time, Dan?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
talking
Are you
over
ready?
my time again?
Are you ready? No, I was just talking, but are you ready?
Yeah.
Over.
Okay.
All right. How it starts with this movie is
Maybe
I
6
was
minutes.
at my mother's, and she was trying to get me to watch this movie, and I didn't want to watch it because I thought it was a tree hugger movie. All these trailers were coming out. I didn't want to watch them. I'm like, that looks so stupid. Blue Smurf looking people. I'm like, I'm not watching that movie. So then my mom lived next door, so we go over there a lot to eat, like dinner stuff. And she had it playing. My dad and her were out there watching while I was eating, and I seen like the body floating in that like back to tank chamber, and it was huge, and I started getting into watching it. I'm like, wow, this looks real, and it just sucked me right in. I went from the table which is in the kitchen, and I just kind of went 10 feet to the couch, and I was just in there for 3 hours. It just sucked me right in. Everything about it was great. The guy having a twin brother and him being handicapped, the twin brother dying, and sorry, spoilers, people, but I love that part where he could get into this other body and be able to like run around again and do his thing. I love that part of it. What else? Then the biggest thing was just the whole native people were just awesome, and the animals that they got to ride and connect with. And then I actually fell in love with the girl. I forget her name now, but the girl in the movie, the native girl. But like it's kind of all about
Natiri.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they bring you into the tribe, and then
I see you.
You have to fight for your woman. And I loved everything about it, and the whole thing about the people destroying their planet just for materials and stuff got to me, and that was kind of like the first time it really hit me like that. So was it a tree hugger movie? Probably yes, but it made me think a different way. And I have to say that I kind of changed a little bit after that movie, and I think that was his plan.
Just for you.
Yeah.
He did it just for you, Whitey.
Just to get it to not be political anymore.
And
you know what I
3
mean?
minutes.
Josh, I think it's going to be
good.
5. I think it's 5 or 6 movies.
Yeah, the next one comes out this year.
Yeah.
Does it?
I think summertime, right?
It's about time.
Really?
It comes out this year.
Oh man, gonna be great. Oh, I need to add one more thing.
Go for it.
Oh, sorry, time's up.
I love when they brought Sigourney Weaver, where she actually turned into one of them.
Yeah.
She was
Sigourney
sick.
Weaver's in the movie. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
I
a great
love it.
cast.
And how they made them look like the
And
characters.
do you guys remember what they said that the ICU means or something like that? Like when you say ICU, it's something more deeper than.
It's deeper. It's more of
like
I relate to you. I acknowledge you. I accept you. I respect you. It's more than just being able to physically see you. It's more about I acknowledge your existence and I respect you.
Who said that again?
Well, that's kind of like their code or whatever, like that. Their motto thing among the oh darn, I can't think of
indigenous people.
Yeah, but I can't think of the name.
But they always call them indigenous people.
No, they have the Na'vi.
Yeah, Na'vi.
That's it.
The Na'vi.
Legend of Zelda.
Right.
What's up, Mom? How you doing? Welcome.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hello, Mom.
Good thing she wasn't here earlier. She might not have appreciated our conversation. Why do you gotta behave now?
Do you remember when
Mom's
when we were on the
Definitely
tree
gotta
park
behave.
and all those things started coming on him, and then she was like, "Oh, he might be the one." I was like, "Oh, now you like him."
Yeah,
That's why you
first
like
creature
it.
show on you.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I definitely got to check out that ride at Disney. All that stuff.
I
They
would
have
like
a
to
ride
see
at
that.
Disney?
Yeah, they have like a whole section that's dedicated to Pandora, the planet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did
I
they
didn't
do
know
that? When they bought
Oh, a
off
while ago.
Fox?
And
When they bought
apparently,
Fox?
James Cameron had his hand in helping to develop that
Oh.
part of
I could see
of
that.
the thing, which, and not to get off target here, but just because it's on topic lately, but a lot of people speculate that if they would have had George Lucas's hand in the Galactic Star Cruiser, we probably would have seen quite a different thing. And they're saying that's probably why the Pandora part of the Disney park turned out so well, because the actual creator had a little bit of a hand in helping to develop it.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. No, not Chi-Chi's.
Chi-Chi's. My mom might not even know what it is.
It's that place to eat tacos and stuff.
That's right.
Chi-Chi's.
Fern Gully is a good movie,
Fern
JT.
Gully,
This
yeah.
is basically the adult version of Fern Gully.
Yeah, somebody said that up here. Where is it? I couldn't find it.
It was
Yeah.
JT a little while ago.
JT said it. Yeah, Avatar is basically Fern Gully on roids, steroids. Yes.
Fern Gully is a great movie, but yeah, this is amplified Fern Gully essentially. I mean,
Yep. And did you notice the
wait,
the
it's not your
father
turn,
there?
Dan.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Matthew's
You're
turn.
right, Matthew.
All right.
I got your back,
So-
Matthew.
Thank you. Start. So, kind of going along. That's how I started off with this. Is saying Ferngully meets Pocahontas meets Cowboy versus Indians. A story that has been told many times over. James Cameron knows his. Yeah, James knows his. Matthew James knows his audience very well, and he utilizes that knowledge of what people want to see is another hero story. And it is definitely material world versus the spiritual world. You definitely got that, man. And spoiler alert: the spiritual world winning out on top at the end. It's a very simple story of a lot of characters that are a little bit one-dimensional. But the main character, Jake, stands out the most. For he has a desire to utilize his legs once again, since he's part of the military. He has the ins and that. Yeah. And this movie also, because of going into like another body, another being, kind of reminded me of like the Matrix. Like you get plugged in.
Yeah, it's kind of
it reminded me of that as well.
It's similar.
Where you like, the story works very well in its simplicity for all people to understand. There's nothing too deep in this film. It's a good versus evil film where quite clearly you know who's who. There's no guessing of what is to come. It's a sit back and relax film and watch the story unfold. With this movie, I found out what's amazing about this movie that I watched behind the scenes a while ago, but James Cameron literally created his own camera for this film. So they made the entire movie surrounding the camera that he actually built with his team. And 3D at the time when this movie came out, what was it 2009?
2009.
Yeah, it was like a big thing. They're like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this. He has control over his entire project, which is, I think you should give control over all the projects of the creators, the money people should be backing that. That tells the creators like, oh, you believe in my idea. If they have their say in the story, then it's like, okay, it's not originally the idea that I had intended because you're giving money. Now there's something there. But James Cameron, I mean, love him or hate him, I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's one of those directors that stand out, definitely. And Steven Spielberg is another one like that. I mean, they definitely know what they're doing with their audience. Those are two main ones in today's world, I think. They're not bought and paid for by the money changers, if I can say that.
Yeah.
The way it is now, That's
yeah. And I saw this, I was working at Sony when this came out. So when it came out on Blu-ray, it was featured in the TV room like 24/7. So I know this movie very well. I saw it so many times. I didn't really have to rewatch this film because of watching it a billion times at Sony.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
And that's my 3 minutes.
All right.
Nice. I've only watched it a couple times, but it's like it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I question things like, would I be like him if I had an avatar to go to, or would I be afraid? Like to be the hero. But pretty cool.
Let me know when you get plugged into the Matrix.
That's what really like sucked me in. That
when Whitey shows
right
up one day and his head's all shaved, we'll know what's up.
That's right.
And
Or
if
he
you
has
look,
a
talking to me?
Or he's got this long ponytail.
he looks blue.
Braided
I'm like,
ponytail, and it's got little things on the end of it. Woo.
Yeah.
Josh Qualls, yes, I agree with that. The South Park episode about James Cameron is in itself a timeless classic. Yes, there's some good music in that with James Cameron. That's a good one.
I was gonna say
James
something,
Cameron's
but I forgot Mom was
music
here.
is pretty good. Yeah, the music is pretty good. All right,
James
Tabitha.
Cameron raised the bar.
So I love this movie. I saw this in theaters, I think, for my birthday. 2 or 3 different times in the theater. Twice was regular, and then the third time was in 3D. And I have to say, out of all the 3D movies I've ever seen,
yes,
this was the most amazing 3D film I've ever seen in my
I'm jelly
life.
now. I've never seen it in 3D.
Me neither.
It was.
You
it
don't
was
even
awesome.
have to. You don't even have to get like really into the movie before you're already amazed. This beginning scene where that little drop of water is hovering like just in front of him. You literally in the theater. And I know that sounds cliche because 3D is meant to do that, but I'm talking like to the most extreme. You really thought it was there in front of you.
Anonymous
And
has
so,
got it. The metaverse is
Metaverse.
kind of. It's not really like it, but it's similar. It could almost
But-
be like it.
So I mean, like that already was amazing. But even without it being in 3D, I fell in love with the storyline because of the fact that I remember Ado doing that. I fell in love with the story just because, yes, of course, you can pick it apart and say it's definitely like Pocahontas and John Smith and things like that. But it was like a brand new take on all of those old stories, if I might say, just in such a dynamic way. The color schemes, the choice of actors, the dialogue, the story plot. I mean, we've got corporate greed. We do have a little bit of what you might consider the tree hugging thing, even though it's kind of a shame to really dub it tree hugging, because tree hugging, it's usually people that are a little bit too in love with nature that it's almost to an unrealistic expectation, where it's like we're just bad because we step on weeds. Whereas this was a huge part of their culture in order for them to exist. And not only that, the trees, especially the Awa, was their deity essentially. And the idea that tree connected almost in a technological way to the other trees, like a nervous system, I thought it was just a brilliant storyline. And honestly, kind of like what Whitey was saying, like it touched me when they destroyed the tree. Spoilers. It's been around since 2009, but if you've never seen it, when they destroyed the tree, like for me, it was deep. Number one, it was a huge tree. I mean, this tree is the size of Milwaukee, man. It's not just a tree. Like this is the mother of all trees. And so when they tore all that stuff down, well,
now,
and,
did they blow up the tree because it had that rock stuff underneath it? Is that why?
Yes, and that was part of the corporate
money?
greed. Awa was actually like that other tree, like that weeping willow thing. And it's funny to this day, like when I go walking with my family or something and we're out and about, and sometimes you see those little wispy white things that come from whatever tree. We'll point to it and be like, Awa.
3 minutes.
So I love this movie. Acting, the cinematography, the storyline, the music, all of this would get thumbs up, a point, whatever you want to say from me. This is definitely among one of my favorite films.
And when he was up on the bulldozer smashing it with a rock.
That's right. That's right.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
Hey, JT. I like what Josh says, that Avatar
Whitey,
is
I love
hands
you,
down
man.
in its own,
Whitey, I love you, dude.
is in its own category as to setting the standard of what a movie can say or do. Yeah, there's just so many things about this movie. Although I have a feeling this guy over here is going to crush our dreams, Whitey.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
JT.
Hey,
goodbye.
The thing that you mentioned about the colors was kind of one of my things that I was like, man, what's with these weird But I actually liked them then when I got into the story. It totally changed my opinion on everything.
Did you did any of your families, like when they went to go see it, did they ever get nauseous? Like my dad and his sister went to see it and they got nauseous. And I've met other older people that were like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch it. I felt
my
sick.
brother didn't, but my mom can't handle 3D in and of itself. So I don't know if she would have gotten. Weird. I don't know if she would have gotten ill watching this film. Actually, I talked to her the other day when I told her we were going to be doing this movie, and I tell her all the time like how much the 3D aspect was just the most amazing. And now she actually regrets not seeing it in theaters in 3D.
Can you get it in 3D still?
I don't know.
So. You have to have your TV and everything.
You got to have a 3D TV and a 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get a regular just 3D.
And then you got to get the 3D.
Really?
You got to get the bells and whistles.
And then you got to get those 3D glasses.
If you came to Sony in 2009, I would have helped you out.
Whitey, can you 3D print a time machine real quick, and we'll take a
trip
real quick.
We'll do it. Let's do it.
He's on it.
I'm just gonna build that DeLorean, like you said. We'll go back to that.
There you
Make
go.
sure you have
baby.
Make sure you have some of these on there.
All three of us. Four
I'm
of
hungry.
us.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I need a sandwich.
I'll make the sandwiches as the token female. I'll be in charge of the
Then-
No
sandwiches.
mustard.
I'll take some mustard.
Unless it's honey mustard. You gotta have
Honey
that
mustard over there. Honey mustard.
Hi,
That's
Miss
right.
Martin Muses. Glad you could join us. We are talking about how wonderful. Dan, remember, we're talking about how wonderful Avatar is, okay? Don't ruin the stream.
I know those little
Wonderful.
things that came down on him.
Okay.
That 3D part was amazing. Like you actually saw those things in the theaters when you had like the glasses
Yes.
on. I was just like, what?
You felt stupid. You
Yeah.
You kind of just wanted to reach
You're
out.
making
literally
me
do
jealous,
it.
man.
It was
I'm
that
so
good.
jealous right
I
now.
am
was that
jelly
good.
now. I'm jelly
It was
now.
worth the experience. I would go if it was in the theaters today in 3D. Man, I would go see it like 3 times.
I'm sure they can replay it, right? They can redo
I hope
it.
so.
Throw it up in there, do like a
They
like
sometimes
a
do classics in
20-year
theaters at AMC.
anniversary or something.
It would be really cool since the
2009,
new
10
movie's
years.
supposed to be coming out this
Oh,
year. If
okay.
they would
20.
put the old one back in theaters,
That'd be cool.
almost like a refresher.
Yeah, like a 8-year anniversary or something.
Hey, is James
His-
Cameron on Twitter?
his
Can we
fun-
like flood
his-
his feed?
Yeah, let's try.
His funds
Let's do
never
it.
end.
Yeah,
His
and
funds
tell
never
him
end.
he needs to upgrade the computer graphics in some spots in the movie.
What are you talking about? All right, go ahead, Dan. I'm starting your timer right now. Go ahead. Tell me why in the world or where it needs to upgrade
Start,
its
go.
graphics.
All right, so a couple of the doggy thingies are very, very. They look very grayish, very. What is it like? When you first start doing 3D, it's got that gray look to it. With the, I don't know, it's weird, but it looks like computer graphics. It doesn't have that, like photorealism in some
Don't
parts.
they have needle-like skin? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's supposed to be like a matte finish or something like that.
I think so.
That
Probably a matte finish.
I thought all this stuff was real.
Yeah, yeah. Sure you
That's
did,
why the
Dave.
movie costs
It
so
is,
much
Dave.
to make.
It is.
It is.
It-
It's real.
It is
Got you,
real.
bro.
That's why it
Got
was
you,
so expensive. No, but like there's just some parts that just don't just don't make it. Like the computer.
Wrong.
But
Wrong.
there are some parts of the same exact like animal or whatever. It looks perfectly normal. It looks awesome. It looks photorealistic.
Mhm.
And then in some parts it just doesn't. I think they just need to go back, take some more time out, and fix them up a little bit.
What about the flying things? Do you like them?
Those were cool? Yeah, they were kind of like dragon-y type.
Yeah, they were
I
very
could-
unique.
How to Train Your Dragon?
How do you train your dragon?
And then that big one.
Yeah, the big one's got like a mohawk and a
Oh,
chin hawk.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
Crazy
expecting that.
man.
Whitey, I want you in the
I
next
could've
film. He better follow
I
Can you
could've
imagine me all blue?
you. Yeah.
right?
Whitey
Yeah,
could
that
do
would
some
be
voice
awesome.
work for the animals.
Yes.
Good call.
Oh man.
Dan, you've got
I'm
you've got
sweating over here. I'm
Well,
40
sweating.
seconds.
40
left.
seconds.
Oh my
Or
goodness!
something like
Come
that,
on. Give me a couple more minutes. Anyways, but I did like
No.
the movie most part.
Denied.
Mostly, it was a good movie. I like the plots. It was very Native American Indian feeling. The one guy is one of those Native American Indians that they use all the time in all those other Native American Indian movies. The one that talks, the father
That
there.
Canadian guy,
Um,
right?
No, yeah, the Canadian.
He wasn't
guy,
really Indian.
yeah. He wasn't.
Dan, all
No, he wasn't really an
Wow,
Indian.
are
Dan.
Native
Are you kidding
American.
me?
Like he's not
Oh,
aware
man.
of Bushmen, Namibian, nomads.
And
Oh my
that's 3
God.
I
minutes.
don't know.
That's 3 minutes.
The evil gym coach.
Dan, I got one question for you.
Yeah, ask.
Did
away.
you get upset when they took down the tree? That's my only
Um,
question to you.
Yeah,
What
I
tree?
did. Yeah, what tree? What tree? That
Oh, you
big-
mean that thing
big
that looked Yeah, it looked like something else in the middle. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No,
Bad
well,
graphics.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Bad
forgot to
graphics.
clean
Now
that
the
up.
graphics are better.
Are you talking about this dude, Dan?
Is he the one that played the father?
Wesley.
Okay, because
Yeah,
he is to be fair, he is Native American. Literally says Native
Yeah,
American.
that's not
so-
the guy.
Oh, he is.
That's
Okay.
not the guy I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I don't know who you were talking about then, Dave. But yeah,
The
that
chief
is the
guy.
guy.
That's all. The crying Indian is not. Remember the crying Indian? He's not actually Indian.
The crying Indian. No,
Yeah.
You lost me, Dave. You lost me. Where is this crying Indian?
Maybe it was a while back, but
The crying
a-
Indian, huh? Is that what it's
Okay.
called?
Yes. Iron Eyes Cody.
The crying, yeah, Iron Eyes Cody, the crying Indian. No, not that guy. No, that guy. Who is this guy?
Are we even
American
talking about the
actor.
same movie? Like,
This Iron Eyes Cody is an Italian dude.
Oh, right.
He
yeah.
was
doing?
always
Native
in,
Americans, Italians, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Redskins, you know.
Redskin, you know,
Blue skins, yellow skins.
Blue skins, yeah.
Potato
Green
skins.
potato skin.
Those would be the
Al
Irish.
Pacino could have played a Native American Indian, huh?
Apparently.
You gotta be short, you gotta be dark, and you gotta look.
Dan, I
have the
think you
long
best
black
if you
hair.
just stop while you're ahead. We're gonna
All right,
offend.
sorry.
Yeah. Something might fall out.
So let's bring it all home. Like, which
What's up,
one won?
Jet Sparks? How are you?
We can start with Dave. Which one won for you?
Well, we have to
Oh wait,
wait.
we got to do
movies?
this. We got to do this.
Yeah, we gotta do
Yeah,
that.
first
yeah.
we got to
gotta
do
do
this.
this.
Okay, all right, Avatar. Hang on, before we do it, let me think.
Don't
all
leave me
I got
hanging.
it.
Don't leave me
I
hanging.
got it. Ready?
Ready?
Go.
Go. Actually, I'm putting all fingers up.
We want to slice thick.
I love how we have a
Thumbs
theme
up,
every
baby.
time.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
I give it jazz hands, is what I give it.
All-time
Ten-
favorite movie,
10
man. For
10
real.
fingers up.
This took me back.
Okay,
It's
so
not my
here's what
all-time
I was
all-time
gonna
favorite,
say.
but it's
It took
among
me
them.
out.
Okay, here's
out
what
of
I
this
wanted
world.
to say about this movie, real quick.
You've
Well,
already had
I
your
can-
time.
Well, I
Then
don't
raise it
care. I'm gonna have a little extra time now since it's kind of over-ish. All right, so it reminds me
Look
of
at him getting
like
all
those-
sassy over there in his corner.
I know.
I know, right? Yeah, let me talk. Yeah. All right,
He's the law.
I
He is the-
am
right.
the law. That's right. So let me just say, it reminds me of those military science fiction books that people write,
Hmm.
and I know someone who writes books like that, and it is kind of
It's true.
not the same, but it has that feel to it, you know, has that feel. His name is Christopher Hopper, and he writes books like what is it called? Goodness, you know what? I forgot the name of it. I want to talk about it, but I forgot the name.
What's his name
How
again?
stupid am I? Christopher Hopper.
Was that the smoker guy from Waterworld?
No.
He wrote Ruins of the Earth, Gods
Yes, that
and
one.
Men, Phantom Deadfall, and Galactic
Yes.
Breach.
Oh, I'm thinking
Yes.
about Dennis Hopper.
And
Sorry.
Ruins
Yeah.
of the Galaxy.
Ron
also.
Hopper.
He also wrote Ruins of the Galaxy, and then he's got this new series that he's been writing coming out. He's like one of those. He's a different type of book writer because it takes him 6 to 9 months to put out a book. Boom, boom, boom. So he pushes them out so fast. I don't get
Wow.
it, but it's really cool. Everybody should check him out. And if you're a book reader, check out some of his books.
I know. I need to
I
check
think
him
you
out.
might
They sound
enjoy.
good.
Yeah, you might
Hey,
enjoy
Dan,
some of that.
what was your vote?
military
What was your...
sci-fi. It was this. I gave it 2
Does
thumbs
it-
up. It was
He actually
good.
gave
It
it
was
Were we
2
all-
thumbs up.
Were we
I
all
gave it.
unanimous?
I gave
Yeah.
it jazz hands.
Okay.
I
Spirit
give it
fingers.
an 11.
Hello, my
Right.
baby. Hello, my
I give it an
darling.
11. I've got an extra finger.
You
Hello,
are
my
an 11.
Clementine.
2511. Eyes on your toes.
11, huh? Do you have an extra finger? Remember
Maybe.
that?
You have the,
Princess Bride, the guy with the extra finger.
it's like you have
that's
6
right.
fingers. Someone's looking for you.
I was looking for you. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Wow. Here we are.
So yeah, so there we go.
Are we going around to see which one won?
Did we stay on target?
Stay
Good?
on target. Almost there. Stay on target.
I think we did.
Little bit of work.
A little
I
bit of
think we
work,
did.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I think we have to be true to ourselves, of course. You know, have to go
Well,
off
yeah.
topic at least every now and then.
If
That's
you didn't, it'd only be
5
an hour
minutes.
show.
And we can't have that now.
I know we gotta
go
have a
at
little
least
extra
3.
minutes, at least 3, Dave. Yeah, when you come in, right, Dave? Like we're almost closing, and then you pop up going, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm here now."
What's
Stay on
up?
for
And then
a
we
couple
feel
more minutes with
obligated
me.
because you're our friend.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
Because
Yeah,
that's what friends do.
that's what friends do. Oh, how sweet.
All I know is now
Mine's
I got
not a
another
heart.
brother
How
named
do you do
Dave.
that?
Yeah.
What do you,
Does that look like a heart? Mine doesn't look like a heart.
Yeah, I can't
you need
do
to
it
straighten
good.
your thumbs a little bit more.
I
Like
can't.
so.
It's my hands
So,
are
Dave,
weird.
you have homework for the week. You want you to stand in front of the mirror every day for about 10 to 15 minutes and just practice that.
Practice this. Yeah, my heart's awesome, everybody. Look at it. Look at it.
How do you, I can't
You
even do
gotta
that.
do
What
it
did you
sideways,
do?
man. You got
I can't do it. My hands are messed up.
We're rowing a boat like this.
Well, I think my hands are messed up. Look at they're like squared.
Good times.
On the
I can't do
inside.
it
Yeah.
either.
Whitey,
Why-
you're
why
doing
am I
it. Yours looks
squared?
fine.
Does
Yours
it look
looks
good?
fine.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
my
have
God.
like round.
I can't do it.
You guys have round hands or something. Mine are squared off.
My
Mine are
hands are
weird.
yeah.
Alien.
Damn, maybe you got sausage fingers.
That's it right there. I am an alien. That's right.
Yeah. What kind of sausage you want? We got kielbasa. We got
I want the salami. Give me the
Salami.
salami.
no bologna.
I want that boar's head.
Yeah.
Horse head
That's
only.
good.
That,
So good.
Woo.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. I got that in my head now.
Clementine. That's what I
That's
thought
so-
about when she was
That's
doing
so
that.
funny. That reminds me of Spaceballs.
Yeah.
When they're making fun of aliens there. They pop that out.
Not again. Not again.
Yeah, not again.
Not
It's the
again.
same actor, that's why.
Well, that was the soup, right?
Yeah, it
That
was.
the soup.
Who do you have? What do you have? The soup. Change mine.
Oh man,
Good stuff. Hey, sketchy guy.
sketchy guy over there.
Sketchy guy, how are ya? Did you stay on the whole time? 'Cause
He was here in the
said
beginning.
something- In the beginning, he said something, and then at the
Mhm.
end, he said something. He didn't
Yeah,
say
he just
anything in
got
between.
back.
He didn't want
Just
the
got
spoiler.
back. That's what you do, Dave, isn't it? You watch us and don't say nothing all the way up until the end. Then you're like,
No,
hey guys, I'm here now.
no.
No.
I'll be right back.
And that's the show.
Right, Davey's, Whitey's gone, so it's like, you know.
It's awesome.
Ta-da!
All right. Thanks for coming back. Oh man. Oh, he had family for dinner. Oh well, that's
Family
nice.
for dinner.
I
You
had
had
family.
family? Ooh.
Did you
dinner,
cook them
see?
up with
He
fava
had
beans?
family over for dinner.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh man.
And
Chianti.
This guy. This
Chianti.
you were good. You were good. You were good.
all right.
I love that one where he's like frying the guy's brain. The guy's like doped up with it, like his top of his head chopped off. Remember that? He's
Yeah.
over there, yeah.
I don't remember.
It was Red Dragon, I think.
Oh,
Was it Red
not-
Dragon?
I don't know.
You know what series I'm talking about? The Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Oh, I've
Okay,
never
right,
seen.
right.
It's not my
Yeah.
thing. I can't.
What's his name? He had
Uh,
the thing on his face. He was like yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Wasn't there a parody? I think there was a parody made of it, and that's what he
Oh,
said.
sure.
He did, right? He was like, with a little fava beans.
Yeah.
it was like a parody. Hannibal, that's what his name was. Yeah, Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal. Was
I
it the
can't-
Hannibal movie?
I don't think so. I think that was a parody of the Hannibal movies. I don't know. I can't remember though. But I do remember hearing that part. So
Oh, that's in Silence of the Lambs. That part.
Yes, that part is a Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Cook it up with a little bit of Chianti with some fava beans. Yeah, it was part of the movie.
was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just like a comedy sketch or something.
Ah, that was it.
He just needed a hug.
Yeah.
Come here,
And
buddy.
that,
Just
and
so
that
bad.
other guy.
Yeah.
It puts the bread in the basket. It puts the dog in the basket or something. Yeah, it puts the dog in the basket.
Anyways, all right. Well, that's
No
it.
yawning.
I'm sorry.
All right, wing hugs to everybody because I didn't see Avery, so this is for Avery for later.
This is for Avery.
for Avery.
3D.
Right.
3D.
3D.
Woo!
One day we'll get 4D.
Yeah.
The smell.
As
If
long
you
as we
donate
never get
$1,000 on
Smell-o-vision.
Patreon,
No
Dan will
smell-o-vision.
sit in your living room while you watch one of these episodes and
Futurama.
smack you every time.
It's smell-o-vision.
That's right. Become a Patreon member, everybody. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, it
We
puts
had a
the
couple
lotion
people
in the
earlier
basket.
saying something about they need to become a Patreon so they can just watch all
And
the
we encourage that.
raw footage.
We're here
Yes,
for
we
you.
do encourage
We support that decision.
Yes, we do.
But it's only on the
Always.
$5,000 tier,
Oh,
which I'm on.
Dan also
Right.
does your
Oh,
laundry.
that's right. That's right.
right. Dan will come to your house, do your laundry, and
$5,000.
for $5,000.
That's a pretty good deal.
It is a good deal.
Is this
Vanquish-
monthly
that's
or
right.
yearly?
It's monthly. That's
Do
a
you
really
cut-
good deal.
Dan, do you cut meat?
That's
No.
Matthew's job. That's
Matthew's
Matthew's job.
So
He cuts
give us
laundry.
$1,000.
Remember the old way?
And the
Come to
cheese.
your house.
The old
cheese.
ways. He had to go like this.
That's right. You give us $1,000 a month, I'll come to your house once a year and do your laundry.
Once a year.
I think that sounds great.
Wow, is that a deal?
You know, right?
Where do
You
I
know, my
sign?
time well spent.
Just good stuff.
What is Patreon?
Dan cuts the
sketchy guy,
cheese.
You know it.
I knew that was going to
Patreon
sneak in there somewhere. Surrounded by
one.
boys.
That's cheese. 5,000 a month. What did you say?
For 5,000 a
Someone
month,
better
someone better
be
be
washing
washing my
my
feet.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
He do that. He do
I'll
that.
do that.
And Dan sounds legitimately excited about it. So, I mean, sketchy guy, sign up if you want someone to wash your feet and do your laundry. Dan's your man. He sounds excited about the opportunity. So,
We'll get that bubble bath ready.
I'll even run your bubble bath.
so many bonus perks with this tier. Yeah.
I'll
He just leaves.
be right back. Really,
yeah.
I'll be right back. We're going to be on for a little bit yet, right?
Wait, no, wait,
no,
we're
no.
shutting down.
Oh, are we?
We're gonna shut down, but what do you got? What do you got? You got
What
something
you
to show
need?
us?
No.
That's something to show everybody?
Nope.
Okay. All right. All right then. So, everybody, thank you for showing up. Don't forget to go to Inside
We
the
didn't do an
Booth.
overall, did we?
An overall.
Did
An
we do
overhaul?
the best film thing?
Oh,
Avatar.
okay. Best
Yeah,
film.
Avatar. All right.
Yeah,
Good
I
night.
think it's Avatar because I gave it a thumbs up.
I think we
think it
all
was
seemed
Avatar.
pretty excited.
Pretty good
Yeah.
about Avatar. Yeah,
over
Unanimous.
Yeah,
You know,
can't
this
wait for the next ones this year.
that's right. So the
It'll be-
graphics
it'll
will
be
be
in
better
4D.
this year too. So
Yeah.
Come on, James.
Come on, James. Do it for James.
Matthew James.
That's
Matthew
right.
James.
All right. So, anyways, don't forget InsideTheBoothTV.com/shop. Get yourself some gifts and merchandise, and get yourself, help support us in that way. Because not only will you support us, but you'll also get something cool. Like we got this T-shirt, we got that T-shirt. I can't point that T-shirt down there. Then we got that T-shirt right there, and then we got that mug down there. We also got a do-rag.
Over
we also
there.
got this T-shirt
Over there.
Over here. That's right. We also got stickers, wing hug stickers. We got
Stickers.
we got pillows. We got hoodies. We got tapestries.
Got
If you want-
tattoos.
if you want to do
Tapestries. We love it, this tapestries.
Right.
Don't forget to vanquish that like button. Ding the bell. Ding ding. And tell your
Spread
friends
the
about
word.
us.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about me.
Tell friends. Tell friends.
Tell your friends about us. That's right, so that they can subscribe and we can grow and grow and keep growing, because that's what it's all about. Thanks
right.
everybody for
Meet new
showing
friends.
up. That's right.
Thank
we
you,
love
Whitey,
new
for being a
friends.
part of our show, even though you had no idea what we were doing.
Exactly.
You the real
I know.
MVP, man.
I had no
Hey,
idea.
he faked
Thank you.
it, and it was great. Make it till you fake it, they say. I mean,
Whoop,
fake it till you make it.
I was gonna say nobody says that, but we'll roll with it. You know?
Make it. No, fake it
Fake
till
it
you
till you
make it. You're my only
Good
friend,
night,
though,
Mrs.
Dan.
R2.
Ricky, you're my friend too. Don't you worry. That's why we
Ricky,
got our
can I
phone
be your
numbers.
friend?
Yeah, you
Ricky?
can be.
It'll
No.
cost you.
It's just him
Dan,
and
can I
Dan.
be your friend?
It's just him and
Be
Dan.
my friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
exclusive only.
He paid the 5,000
He gets the foot scrub friend treatment.
in the bubble bath.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's,
Dan's going full blown like Snow White Cinderella by the time this is done. Like your house will be spotless.
that's right. That's right. Just my house won't be. That's all.
Pay yourself.
He
the
goes to other
5,000.
people's houses.
All right. So
Thanks
that's
for
it.
inviting me,
Hey,
guys.
You're
Always
welcome.
fun.
I have
Have a
big
good
feet.
night, everybody. God bless you. Be safe out there. Drive safe if you're driving somewhere, and we will see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, love.
Tuesday. So, bye-bye.
Ooh.
Bye-bye.